Hi everyone, welcome back to Bypass Carnivore. My name's Diane. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Um, this video's basically to update you who are following me. It's been quite a while since I've made a video. Actually, it's been a month. So, I don't have any notes. I've tried to make this video a few times and I'm just going to get into it, tell you what's been happening and what my thoughts are. So in my last video, I was very excited to tell all of you that I had a job and that I had a start date and so forth, and was excited and looking forward to it. And I hadn't worked in 17 years. So let's start with that. My job was only going to start off at 4 hours a day, 2 days a week. And basically I wanted it that way because I hadn't worked for so long and I really didn't know what my capabilities would be, to be honest. So I did go to work, showed up nice and early. Well, everything seemed to be going pretty good, but I started to notice fairly quickly that I was having some issues. And right about the third hour, I was starting to really hurt. I was feeling a lot of pain. And by the fourth hour, I knew I was in trouble. I clocked out, expecting to fully go back to work, not the next day, but the day after that. But as soon as I got in my car and sat down, I knew I had a problem. As soon as I sat down, everything started throbbing. I was already hurting before I sat down, but I knew from past experience, when I push myself too hard, of what the consequences are going to be. And that day, I had some consequences. The place that I worked at was just around the corner, literally 5 minutes from home. But I knew already that standing back up out of the car was going to be very painful. So I avoided it as long as I could. I went for a little drive and literally made a big circle and back to my house again. And then I proceeded to sit in the car for a little bit longer, not wanting to get out. Eventually I did. I made it into the house, and the next 3 or 4 days, I want to say 3 or 4 days, I think it was 4 days, I couldn't even stand up in an upright position. I was hurting that bad. It did go see my doctor, who prescribed some prednisone and upped the milligrams of some pain medicine that I have been on for years. And also, he also prescribed, he wants me to go see a physical therapy, which I'm I'm happy to do, simply because I have been doing some exercises, not lately, but I had been doing some exercises, and I think if I go to physical therapy, they can show me some exercises that are tailored to my capability without injuring myself any further. So, needless to say, I worked one day and one day only. That was very depressing. I have to admit, I thought I was capable of going back to work. I got really, not real depressed, but I did get depressed when I realized I couldn't do it, for a couple of reasons. Number one, I really wanted to go back to work. I needed to go back to work. But also because here I am on YouTube, for everybody to see, in my mind, was just another failure in my life. And I honestly didn't want to come on YouTube and share that, yes, I failed. But, I have since gotten better. I'm obviously walking better, thinking better. My depression's gone. I haven't given up on carnivore, not at all. And I've had time to sit back and reflect on everything. And so here's my thoughts on it. So we all know that going carnivore, when you start eating this way, you start feeling better. For me, the biggest thing that lifted was the depression. That was just a major victory in my life, as far as not having that depression hanging over my head, being able to think better and just, handle my emotions better. The other thing that happened was I wasn't feeling as much pain as I have in quite a long time. I started walking, I started doing some exercises, and I felt really good. And I still do feel good now that I'm over that one day of work. I still feel pretty good. And I do contribute that to this way of eating. So when I look at that one day of work and what happened, I had to try to figure out, okay, why did I think I was able to go to work? Why did it fail? Is it a failure on my part? Is it a failure on the carnivore diet? Is it a failure? Whatever. So here's my thoughts. I think I've already said that. Sorry. I don't have any notes. I'm just winging this because, like I said, I really didn't want to make this video for a long time. I've been struggling to make this video. I think because I was feeling better and because I was doing more, I thought I was ready. I didn't take into account that even though the inflammation reduced the pain, the underlying problems I have, physical problems that I have, are still there. They haven't gone away. I still have a bone issue. I still have a spine issue. And so the carnivore diet, because it took the inflammation down, the pain lessened, and I felt like I could do more, which I can, and I'm very grateful for. but the problem is still there. So there's certain movements that I make, there's certain things that I do. If I push myself too hard, um, I have a problem with a huge problem with my neck. And 9 times out of 10, I can't even tell you how many times I have had pinched nerves, and they're not fun. um, which I did end up with another pinched nerve that I'm still, it's gotten a lot better. There's certain movements I try not to make too quickly because I'll just aggravate it. Um, will I ever work again? I don't know. I can't answer that because I just honestly don't know. Um, I think there's a possibility for me to work, but I think what I need to do is be smarter about what I'm going to do. I think there are jobs out there which don't require me standing for 4 hours and lifting and and that kind of thing. I think there are jobs out there I can answer phones or use a computer or whatever. Um, and so I am looking into some options. I'm probably not going to look into them very deeply until after the new year. I want to get through these through the month of December before I embark on all that, and I want to get through therapy um, and get that done. So this channel, this channel, I love each and every one of you, especially those of you that have been with me from the beginning. Um, I'm not an influencer. I don't have the gift of talking like a lot of these other influencers do. These big channels. I'm not the most presentable person. Um, I never claimed to be an influencer. I don't even think I've ever even made a video of exactly what my choice of eating lifestyle is. Those of you that have joined my channel obviously know about the carnivore diet and what that entails. But for me personally, oh, there goes my lighting. I have my screen on dark mode so that it lowers in the evening. um, so I've never really even gotten into it. But that's mainly because I know that the people that are joining my channel pretty much know what the carnivore diet's all about. And like I said, I'm not an influencer. I'm just a person out here trying to um, get healthy again by doing what other people are doing, by following this lifestyle. And I honestly believe in it. I think it works. And maybe if I had a different type of personality or a different, or maybe it's just because I'm not confident in myself. I don't know. I don't see myself as being one of those people that are just a big, huge influencer in this. But I do think it's important. I do think it's important that people like myself, just ordinary people who are struggling to get their health under control, do speak up, because I honestly believe that the health system is just so messed up. It's so, uh, there's a lot of propaganda out there telling us that, we should eat a certain way to be healthy, but they're not really geared to making us healthy. They're really not. They want us sick because it makes them money. And that's just how I feel about it. The drug company's in cahoots with the food company, and the food company's in cahoots with the health industry, and our doctors aren't being trained in metabolic nutrition and health and what it does for our bodies. And so they have their way of thinking, and I don't blame the doctors, not all of them, because They're just going by what they're taught. But let's face it, if we're not sick, they don't make money. And that's what they want. They want us sick so they can make money. Um, and when you really dig deep into the research on all these food companies and the pharmaceuticals and that, um, how they buy off their scientists to make it sound like, they're in the right, and this is the way it should be, and this is what's healthy. It's disgusting to me to see how much corruption is there when we, as just normal citizens, are trusting their judgment. We're trusting the science. We're trusting these physicians. We're trusting, that the food company's not going to be poisoning us. But let me ask you, for those of you that don't know a lot about the carnivore diet, who don't know about this research out there, ask yourself, have you ever looked at the ingredients on most of the food that is in our stores? Why do we have all these chemicals in our food? Why is there all these? What is natural flavor? What's that? Ask yourself these questions. Are these foods real when they have to put so many chemicals and preservatives and all these things in our food, and then they tell us it's good for us? Why have we gotten sicker and sicker and sicker as a people, as a species, when you have all these scientists out there that do all this research? It just doesn't make sense. I would just encourage you to do some research for yourselves. Listen to people like Dr. Baker, Dr. Berry, Dr. Chafee. Who's the carnivore? Who's the heart doctor? Obadia? I don't think I'm saying that name right. He wrote a book about Stay Off My Operating Table, and it's all about the carnivore diet. This is a heart doctor telling us, stay off my operating table. Eat right. Eat healthy. Eat meat. To me, when I look around at all this corruption, I'm so disgusted. And it's not even just about the health industry and the pharmaceutical industry and these food companies. It's everything. If we look around, this world's so messed up. And I'll be honest, I am really struggling right now, because I'm not going to get political on this channel, okay? But these are things that concern me. These are things that I look at. These are things that I research, and just everything. You look around at things that are going on, and it's so messed up. And there's so much corruption everywhere you look. Everywhere. And you think to yourself, like, can it get any worse? And unfortunately, it could. Hope not. I think if enough people woke up and just realized what was going on and why these things are taking place, we have a chance to turn it around. But anyways, that's my gripe for today. I'm sure you didn't want to hear about it. This is just me. I'm just a normal person out here. So anyways, I'm going on 20 minutes here. I don't want to keep it any longer. So that's how my one day of work went. And why I haven't made a video in a while, because I didn't want to come on YouTube and let y'all know I failed. I didn't succeed at keeping the job. But I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I think there are jobs out there that I can still do sitting. One of the reasons I think I thought I was ready is because, like I said, I was exercising and I was going for walks and stuff, but I forgot to take into account that, my walk down at the park isn't that long. It really isn't. And the exercises I do here at the house, I do so much and then I sit down. Same thing with cleaning my house and doing things that I haven't done in a long time. I do so much, I sit down. I do so much, I sit down. I wasn't taking into account that, no, I have not stood for 4 hours straight. I have not been physically challenging myself, if I can say it that way. I have physically challenged myself, but I also have to realize that I know my body and I know what my spine and things feel like. And so when I know I've done too much, I sit down. And going back to work and trying to do the job that I was going to be doing, that just wasn't realistic. Not really. But now I know. I gave it a shot. I tried. Hey, after 17 years, I can at least say I tried. And so we're going to go from here. As far as the channel, I don't know why I'm finding it difficult to do videos right now, and maybe it's just because I didn't want to admit that I failed at this job. I didn't want to, all of the whole YouTube world to know that I failed. But I guess that's part of being a real person. Just, I'm nobody special. I'm not trying to be anything I'm not. I'm just out here trying to get healthy like everyone else. And so that's where I'm at. But I will say, after spending, 2 years in my bedroom, severely, severely depressed, even though I got a little depressed from not being able to continue working, I think eating this way has helped me. I mean, I came right back out of it. I mean, it didn't last long at all. Yes, I was upset. Yes, I felt bad. But it was just different. I didn't have that fog over my head. I didn't have that, oh man, this is the end of the world, kind of attitude. No, I still have, um, I still have hope. The carnivore diet has really improved my way of thinking. And, okay, so that didn't work. We'll just have to try something else. That's all. And so we're going to go from there. I am still on the carnivore diet. It is still going well. I did pick up a few pounds. And I think that was from the prednisone, which is coming back off now, which I'm so happy about. I don't know why I struggled to get it back off. I still have to get down to my last weight. I have 3 more pounds to take back off to where I can continue going back down again. And I'm okay with that because, I saw the weight come back, I didn't see all the weight come back. I saw some weight. I think it was in total like 11 pounds, 12 pounds, something like that. And I've got 3 more to go to get it back off. And it's going good. Actually, today was a really good day. I did 3 loads of laundry because I let it slide there for a little bit just because I didn't feel too good. Did 3 loads of laundry, swept my kitchen, mopped my kitchen, cleaned up. the counters and stuff, and came in here and ran the sweeper. Then I ran the rug scrubber, so I got that nice and fresh and smelling good. I did the same thing with my bedroom floor. I ran the sweeper and ran the rug scrubber. I made a big turkey again today because my dogs are carnivore and I wanted to have um, some meat on hand for them. Um, I'm not, Turkey's not really one of my big things. Um, I like it to a certain point. It's not something I would eat a lot of, but right now I stay closer to beef. Um, Once in a while I do a little pork, although I'm going to be trying to cut the pork out too, and that's just a personal preference of mine. Um, Chicken, I don't know about the rest of you, but ever since I went carnivore, I'm not really. Um, I used to eat a lot of chicken, but for some reason I just don't have a taste for it anymore. So right now I do a lot of beef, a lot of eggs, butter, some bacon, um, and yeah, pork chops. But once the pork is gone, I'm going to stop buying it. Um, like I said, it's not that I think it's bad for the carnivore diet. I just think it's just not something I want. So what else? I will try to start making videos again. I have been on a couple of live streams. Actually kind of like the live streaming better. I may start doing a few of those. I don't know. I did get a really, really, really cheap webcam. And for any of you who have seen me on the lives, that's what I used. And, well, it was a $15, I think it was $15 for this webcam. And it's not the greatest. It doesn't have the nicest picture to it, but I am trying to work with some lighting, and I did think of something else today. I have a nice tall lamp over here. I think it would suit better if I placed it somewhere else. I don't keep it on because then it's too bright from where it's at. But I think if I move it somewhere behind me, it might work better. I'm just going to have to play with that a little bit and see. But anyways, I said I was going to keep this short, and we're at 28 minutes. So for all of you who have been wondering where I am, that's what's been going on. I'm better now. And yeah, I look forward to talking to all of you soon. Bye for now.